some questions that hopefully they'll be able to answer. And then Sibele Imbozo, which will be open to everyone, Labantu Abadala. So if everyone would just like to feel free, let's all contribute. How we could do it is that we'll ask a question, because there's no teams, it's not really a competition, we're all winners. So if we ask a question, whoever knows the answer, you can just use the raise your hand option. And then after the quiz, because we've been given a duration of 30 minutes, so we'll try stick to the time. And then we're just gonna have a quick small game. I don't know if people have been tuning into the Instagram live. There's an Instagram page, GRM_Isthembiso 2021. There was a young lady that hosted, Mighty from Botswana, and she did Never Have I Ever, which I found it was really, really interesting. She did the GRM edition, so we're just gonna do that as well. So how that works is I'm gonna read statements, I'm gonna ask questions, and all people have to do in the chat option, you just have to write never if you've never done that. And then if you have done that, you have to say I have. So we're just gonna wait 2 more minutes left and then we're gonna start. Thank you. I don't know, does anybody have any questions?
Yolanda, if you ask a question, how do we show that you want to answer? Or do you just open our mics, or you want us to raise our hands?
Oh, sorry, I thought I touched on that. People can just use the raise a hand option.
Yolanda?
Okay, yes. So if everyone could just use the raise a hand option, and then when I call your name, then you can answer the question. Samanan Mabuto, it's now 1 o'clock. This is Kalisa Ohlelo Lwethu. We're just gonna start our program. So we'll start with a few questions. These questions are really easy. They're aimed mainly at youngsters and the youth. The youth in City Labo maybe under the age of 18, underneath the age of 16, because they're really, really easy questions. So the first question I'm gonna ask is, what is the name of the celebration we're in now? So any youngsters that want to answer the question? Yes, there's a hand raised. Cela likhululeke livule mic, or even a camera if you want to, so we can see your beautiful faces. Hi, Tube.
Hi, and is the answer Sithembiso?
Yes, thank you. Well done, Tube. We can all clap for Tube. Well done. That's really, really good. The next question is, how many days did the Holy Host of God say the congregation should wait for? How many days?
Can I answer?
Sorry, who is that? Oh, Nati. Yes,
Nati.
Nati. You can open your camera. We can see you.
Okay. Microphone. 40 days.
40 days. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Nati. The next question is, which celebration did we just recently come out of? Like, I know now we're currently in the Promise celebration, Promise Festival, but what's the most recent celebration that we recently came out of? Does anybody know the answer? Youngsters, youth? Anybody want to answer?
The departure of God.
Okay, who was that? Can you open your camera, please, so we can see you? Oh, hi, Sila.
Hi.
Hi, Sila. Well done. Yes, that was the answer. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, the next question is, when did the first holy host of God depart? So I need the date and the year. When did the first holy host of God depart? I think we should all know this answer because we've been, during this festival, this promise, we've been taught the history.
1960.
Do you want to repeat the answer, please?
25 December 1960.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Tavo. And then the final question for the youngsters is, when did the second holy host of God depart? So again, I need the date and the year. Tabo, I hope you're not asking your dad and you know the answers.
2003 December.
December, what's the date?
6.
Thank you, Tube, well done. That's really, really good.
6th of December.
Yes, thank you. That's the right answer as well. Sidumis'uNkulunkulu ngabantwana abalolwazi ngathi ngasikhokhelela, because these are the future leaders of tomorrow. So it's great to see the youngsters knowing all these answers. So then now, these are questions that are open to everyone. Even labantu abadala, please kindly feel free, raise your hand or open your mic and state the answer. So these questions are all going to be based on the Promise Festival. Imbuzo ngesithembiso. Umbuzo wokuqala uthi, sokulungiselelwa umhlangano wesithembiso sika 1961, isimo sathatha insuku ezingaki emsebenzini. So when they were preparing for the Promise gathering in 1961, the host, how many days did the host of God request from work? How many days off work did he request for? So if anybody knows the answer, please kindly raise your hand.
Is it
40
10?
days.
Ukolo, who's Papalanum Remy, you have your hand up if you want to answer, please.
Insuku ezilitshumi, 10 days.
Yes, thank you. And then umbuzo wesibili uthi, yiwuphi umhlangano wesithembiso embalini yeGudaramwari owaphathwa yintsha? So which of the promised festivals in the history of Gudaramwari was carried out by the youth? So we need the year. I can see Kokelinyati has their hand raised.
1995.
Thank you, that's the right answer. The next question, Umama weNtabeni waqala wathatha nyathelo bani ngoLwesine mhla evela enkonzweni esizwa ukukhala kwabantwana ekusithekeni. So the Holy Host Mother, what action did she first do when coming from the Thursday service when she heard children crying? I can see we have two hands. Kokeli Sibanda, if you could kindly open your mic. Oh, sorry, I think that was the previous hand. Mkokeli Sitole.
Waqala wayakhumula izembatho.
Yes, thank you. That's the right answer. The next question. Enkonzweni yangoLwesithathu mhla ka-1 Nhlolanja, umdali wahamba ngani enkonzweni? So on the Thursday service, on the 1st of February, how did God travel to the service? The mode of transportation?
Ngicela ukuphendula.
Yebo Mkokeli, ngingaphendula.
Angenelisi ukuphakamisa isandla ku laptop. Wahamba ngebhasi.
Yes, thank you. That's the correct answer. The mode of transportation was bus. Then the next question, uthi umhlangano ka-31 January 1961, wawungowani njalo wenzelwa kuliphi ichibi? So the meeting of the 31st of January 1961, what was the meeting for? And also where was it held? Mkokeli P. Sija. You can kindly open your mic, please.
Yebo. Ngicela iphendule umbuzo.
Umbuzo uthi umhlangano ka-31 January 1961 wawungowani njalo wenzelwa kuliphi ichibi?
Kwakungumhlangano wokulungiselela ukuya eChinoyi.
Yes, but that's not really the answer that I was looking for.
Ngicela ukuphendula.
Ngicela uphendula.
Umabhalane Ncube.
Wawungumhlangano wabathwali bomsebenzi.
Yebo, siyabonga. And then the second part ubuza ukuthi wenzelwa kuliphi ichibi?
Ngicela ukuphendula.
Yebo, ngingakuphendula Mkhokheli Nyatha.
Wawusentombane. Where?
Ukuthi my history of Zimbabwe is not that great. The answer that I have, I belong with Ntumbane.
Which one? Bohoma South.
Luveve Road. Angazi kusentumbane.
Put this square. Yiko wawule chibi khona.
Okay, thank you. Siyafunda, thank you.
Let's go enjoy. Is that close?
The next question uthi kusemhlanganweni eChinoyi ngubani owacelwa ukuthi alale elinde isimo? So in the gathering in Chinoy, who was asked utalale elinde isimo to stay waiting for the Holy Host? Or with the Holy Host?
Ngiphendula.
Let's try see if others know the answer.
Baphuza wena. Okay.
No, but who knows the answer? Or even we just try, guess.
Ngufile izindawo.
Ngicela ukuzazi.
Ngaphendula.
Yebo Mkhokheli. Uthole ukuthi
Philip
kule
Zindoka.
Yebo ngumvangeli. Umbuzo olandelayo, wanikezwa liphi igama indoda eyathi engabuyeli kwabamalayo ngoba sebezondile? So what name was given to the man who said to the Holy Host of God that he shouldn't return back to the congregation? Because, these people are very angry now.
nguJosefa weSamarita sora mphamsanga isandla. I-answer ngiyaziyo.
Ngicela liphinde mkhokheli.
nguJosefa weSamarita. Samaria.
Ngalinikeza part marks. Josepha is right, but the second bit. Yebo,
nguJosefa wase-Arimathea.
yebo siyabonga. Thank you. That's the right answer.
uSamarita manje uvele kahle.
I don't know. Kungani uNkulunkulu engayanga eGudaramari okweviki lonke ngemva kokuphenduka ngo-1961? So why did God refrain from going to the congregation for a whole week after his he came down in 1961? Ngabula Mkhokheli Sibanda.
Leyo khanya ichiphile Yolanda le uyaphamisa u10.
uNkulunkulu wayekele enkonzweni ngaleso sikhathi esenzela ukubona ababezamlandela abamvumayo labamphikayo.
Siyabonga. Thank you. That's the right answer. Umbuzo olandelayo, yiwuphi umthetho wokwembathiswa wesembatho uxolo? Yiwuphi umthetho wokwembathiswa wesembatho sesithembiso ihoba ohlukene lezinye izembatho? Ngaze ngibona kulo mkhokheli Sithole lo uxolo Musa Sib.
Umehluko wesembatho sesithembiso ukuthi sona sibusiswa kungomgqibelo ubuye ususembethwe kungesonto awusembathiswa sona uyazembathela.
Siyabonga mkhokheli, yes. Umuntu uyazembathela. Thank you. That's the right answer. Umbuzo wokugcina, ngubani umntwana owayebelethwe ngumnawakhe kamama weNtabeni ngesikhathi bebahlasela esitolo sako OK? So lingaphendula.
Did I say it properly? Therapy.
Uxolo ukuthi akuzwakali kahle.
Phendula.
Therapy.
Uthi nguFebi. Mhlambe yami.
Yebo lingaphendula. Lingaphendula Mhlabeleli Mrs. Dube.
Kwakubelethwe uMrs. Matimba Moto. Ngicabanga ukuthi umzali wakhe wayengumama uGrace Mulumba.
Yebo siyabonga. That's the correct answer, Mrs. Matimba Moto. Looking at the time, I think the quiz segment, but what we'll do now is the game that I'd mentioned earlier. So it's Never Have I Ever Gudaramari edition. So I'm just going to read out a few statements. And then we can use the chat function. So what you do is ngafunda a statement. If you have done whatever this is, you say I have. And if you haven't, you say never. So everyone, please do feel free to participate. So the first one is, Never have I ever forgotten the lyrics to our hymn song, Kutaramwari Kayalam. So never have I ever forgotten the lyrics to our hymn song, Kutaramwari Kayalam. I'll start by saying I have. Mbono Munyuti, yes, they have. I have, yes. Nyabane, yes, abantu abaningi bathi they have. I haven't seen anyone saying never. Ngathi sonke, yes, we have. We've forgotten the lyrics. Okay, the next one, it's in never have I ever fallen asleep during service. I think everyone should be saying I have. Okay, kulo munye uthi never. Wow, sidumisa uNkulunkulu, that's great. Okay, someone's asking, can I repeat? Never have I ever fallen asleep during service. Okay, omunye uthi never, that's great, yes. Never, wow. Sometimes uNkulunkulu, that's great. Omunye uthi kind of have. What does kind of mean? Never. Wow, that's great. The next one, it's never have I ever crossed my legs during service. Sonke Siyazi, rightfully, we're not supposed to cross our legs during service. Never have I ever crossed my legs during service. Bantu abaningi bathi never. Never ever, okay, that's great. Never, never. That means opendula, I think I have. It was a mistake, yes. Sometimes. I have, yes. And then Omuyala and the Lion, never have I ever chewed gum during service. Chewed gum. Never have I ever chewed gum during service. Never, that's great. Never ever. Yes, that's great.
Everyone's saying never.
Yes, they are, Tabo, which is good. Okay, kulo muntu obuzwayo ukuthi wait, was it eating during service? Yes, or not even during service, just the fact that you chewed gum in the prayer hall, should I say. Okay, never. That's great. The next one, okay, Munyut, I did during practice. Never have I ever, Lapana, when we're waiting in the queue to go Siya Goilatra, never have I ever worn a watch, a wristwatch. Never.
I have never ever.
That's great, Tavo. I did, okay. Never.
That's because I don't even have a wristwatch.
Okay, never. Okay, I'm about to never because I don't have one. I have, but when started to clap, I realized, okay. Okay, then the next one is more towards the females. Never have I ever entered the prayer hall with my handbag on my shoulder. Okay, never. I have, yes, I'm about to never. Never, that's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, then the next one. I feel like if there's some youths here, we should all be saying have. Never have I ever played with my phone during service or been on my phone during service, especially laba bahlala at the back. Have abanye bathi never. I have. Abanye bathi never. Okay, someone's asking what was the question. So never have I ever played on my phone or just been on my phone. Okay, I'm when you're taking photos. Abanye bathi never ever. Or sometimes, you take your phone out, you say you're checking the time, then you end up on WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat. Okay, abanye bathi I have. Okay, never. Tabo, never, because I think you don't have a phone yet. Okay, only taking pictures.
Tabo is on iPad all the time.
Ah, okay, let me change the question then. Never have I ever been on any device during service. Does this include during Zoom services? I mean, during Zoom services, I think because we're logging in using mobile devices, then we're meant to place our mobile device and not move it around. Okay, abanye bathi never, abanye bathi have. Okay. Definitely never, that's great. And then the next question for the men, never have I ever forgotten umkwakwa. For some reason, forgot it at home. Don't know, forgot it in your car.
What does that even mean?
That's the sash. The red one. Never. Never. Okay, we have one I have. Never. Okay, that's great. The next one is never have I ever prayed with my eyes open. Either both eyes or just maybe open one. So never have I ever, okay, never. That's great. Never. I have. Sometimes I have. Umuyete unsure. Tabo, how can you be unsure? It's either you opened your eyes or they were closed. I have, but because there was a problem. Okay. Umuyete, I have to check on my siblings. Okay, Mabuto, we have 5 minutes left. So for the next one, I don't know if people have been tuning in, but there was a GRM Top 40. And one of the top songs, should I say, which one was Ikamvale Zulu, Banwele Behlabela. So if you listen to that song, there's a lyric in the song that says, Manyembate ngiphelele. So could anyone kindly explain to us what's the significance of that line in the song? Like, what do they mean? Manyembate ngiphelele. What's the significance of that? So anyone that wants to answer, if you just want to raise your hand. Okay, we see Tabo saying he doesn't know a thing. Don't worry, Tabo, you'll know soon. So, Kokel, maybe I can play the audio because Lavana ngama professionals. Tanabanye says I will try and get the song. But I'm just gonna try get the song now. Mabutho ngithemba sonke sizwile iculo. So could anyone kindly let us know what's the significance of the line in the song that says Manyembathe ngiphelele? May I be fully armed? Mapalani Mremi.
Uxolelani mina ngokuzwa kwami ngizwa ukuthi ngembathe ngiphelele izembatho kanye lezenzo zami ukwenza okuhle ukulandela izimiso indlela esimiselwe ngayo indlela engizwisisa ngayo.
Siyabonga Mapalani. We also have Umkhokheli Sitsha. Umkhokheli Sitsha.
Lami bengisithi ukwembatha ngiphelele izembatho eziqondileyo, ikhakhi eqondileyo, lesembatho eside ezabomama ukuthi ubude baso siphelele lapho kuthiwa sifelele khona, lasezenzweni lapho umuntu ahamba khona kwazakala ukuthi lo ngoweGudaramwari ngezenzo, lasemsebenzini lasezikolweni ubonakala ukuthi isibongo sethu ngawakwaGudaramwari. Ngicabanga kanjalo.
Siyabonga Mkhokheli. Then kulo Mkhokheli Sibanda.
Ukwembatha uphelele ikuba wena uma sembatha ufanele isembatho ngokuba ube libutho elipheleleyo iqondileyo ilandela imithetho emisiweyo. Ngiyabonga.
Siyabonga. Thank you for all the answers. Ngiyabona lapha ku chat room Mhlabeleli Nleya uthi ukhona owahaladwa for not wearing a complete uniform. Sibonge bonke for their contributions, all the answers. But I was also looking for what Mhlabeleli has just said. Because Mina, when I listen to that song, I agree with what everyone has said, which is it's not just Wembata, the uniform, but it's also our actions. But then I'm also remembering in the past, Masingabona, our JRM history, Uguti, there was a man who was not wearing the complete uniform. So then that song, I feel like they're reflecting back on that action and they're requesting and asking God that may I not be like that man who didn't follow God.
I have a question, Yolanda.
Okay.
Umbuzo owubuzileyo uthe ngolesithathu umdali ngesimo wahamba ngani enkonzweni ngasemphendula ngathi ngebhasi. When you read that, it says ngahamba ngingedwa. What does that mean? Does it mean what anyway, let me not answer it because I know the answer, but I'm not sure whether everyone know the answer that I know. I assume Mhlabeleli maybe it's going to answer the same way I was going to answer. Still not answering Mhlabeleli Dube. Maybe that's a question that you need to ask. What does that mean? Why city ngahamba ngedwa?
Nakumbuzo Mabutho. Umkhokheli Sithole, I think ubefuna ukuphendula.
Ngithi kwakutshiwo emoyeni.
Then ngiyabona lo Bhalani Mremi. Lo mkhokheli Mlambo. Maybe singaqala ngoMabhalani Mremi bese kulandela umkhokheli Mlambo.
Uxolo enhlanganisweni. Mina ngibona ngani kwakuthiwo ukuthi kwahamba umzimba indlu kaNkulunkulu kodwa hatshi umoya.
Maybe to clarify a question further. I-question ithi sahamba sisodwa, meaning ukuthi kwakungumzimba lo nkulunkulu, so umzimba lo nkulunkulu kwakundawonye lapha, unkulunkulu wayehambile.
Mkhokheli Mlambo.
Uxolo enhlanganisweni. Kutsho ukuthi uNkulunkulu akula owamphelekezelayo ngaleso sikhathi. uNkulunkulu wayenguye lo mzimba ehamba esiya enkonzweni. Akula owayekhona lapho ngathi elinye ibutho kumbe owendlini wayenguye yedwa esiya enkonzweni.
Kulo mkhokheli Moyo.
Hayi uxolo nami ngokuzwa kwami bengizwa engani ukuthi uNkulunkulu wahamba waye eyedwa kwakunguNkulunkulu lesimo sakhe esiya enkonzweni kodwa ngoba kukhona lapho ukuthi khona umama wayesele ngekhaya kodwa walandwa ngemota ese ukuthi aze enkonzweni lapho kuthiwa khona abanye kabathabanga bembona efika ukuthi kwakuhanjwe uNkulunkulu kodwa umama wayesele ngekhaya, imuli yayisele ngekhaya.
Kulo mkhokheli Mpofu, maybe singathi umkhokheli Mpofu be the last person to answer, and then mkhokheli Nyathi, please kindly give us the answer. Because ngibheke isikhathi ukuthi silungiselele ukungena inkonzo yethu ngo-2 in case kulabantu abafuna ukunatha itiye before.
Mina ngombono wami ngibona ukuthi uNkulunkulu wayengalabo abalandeli bakhe ababemvumile ngaleso sikhathi esiye ekholweni wayeyedwa, ngoba kuba elabanye wayezatsho ukuthi khona hayi ngiphelekezelwe nguzibani kumbe ngihambelo bani, kodwa wayechaza ukuthi uhambe eyedwa esenkonzweni. Ukuchaza khona lokho kukhulunywa umlambo. Lami imvumelana lo mlambo khona lokho yikho ukuchaza. Ngiyabonga.
Siyabonga. Ngathi mkhokheli Nyathi. Oh, okay, maybe singathi
Mhlawumbe inkomo mbani ufuna ukuphendula.
Ngibona ngathi nxa wayethi uhambe eyedwa wayekhulumela ekusimeni senyama hayikhona esomoya.
Siyabonga. Maybe indlela mina engikuzwisisa ngayo ngivumelana lokho kukhulunywa ngumkhokheli Mlambo ukuthi kwakungalamuntu omphekelezelayo. Then okunye engakuzwayo bazaqondisa abanye ukuthi ngebhasi wayenguye yedwa umdala ebhasini lomtshayeli kuphela. Ngenye imfundiso engahlangana nayo ukuthi kwakungalamunye umuntu ebhasini, kwakunguye lo mtshayeli kuphela, njalo lokuthi kwakungalamuntu omphekelezelayo.
Kwangela windi ngaleso sikhathi.
Hayi kwakungumdriver webhasi kuphela lo mdala. Indlela engakuzwa ukufundiswa ngayo, kodwa kungenza ukuthi ngabe ngizwa kakuhle bazaqondisa abanye lokuthi kwakungela umuntu owemuli kumbe abalandeli ababehamba laye.
Amabhasi awazukho ayengalabo winda ayengalabo conductor, kwakungodriver yedwa Mpholisi.
Lami befuna ukutsho njalo ukuthi owindi esikhathini esiningi amabhasi la aya emakhaya.
Kwakusebenza uZupho yedwa by then.
Wayengabizwa kuthiwa nguZupho, kwakuthiwa ROC.
Auto Omen bus.
Yeah.
Omnibus company.
Ayengalabo conductor, kwakulo driver kuphela.
Ibhasi i-Albion.
Sidumisa uNkulunkulu ngohlelo sibe lalo olube luhle. Sithola ukufunda ngokholo lwethu, sithola ulwazi ebantwini abadala. Ngathi uNkulunkulu angahlala elathi ngazo zonke isikhathi, ikakhulu thina abasha. Asiyenze sizwisise ukholo lwethu, siluthandwe, siluqakathekise. Kuthi laba sebehlehlele emuva, engathi bengabuya eGudaramwari. Kuthi thina among the youth, let's try encourage each other to love our religion, especially like if we see other youth members that are maybe no longer interested in coming to services, no longer interested in carrying out God's work. May God give us the strength and the words and the knowledge to be able to reach out to them. Ngokungapheliyo, forever.
Lanen.
Amen.
Siyabonga Yolanda umsebenzi omuhle kangaka owuhambileyo. Sicela ukuthi uNkulunkulu ekubusisa ngalokho okwenzayo ngokungapheliyo.
Lanen kaka.
Sebenzi wokusila wethu ngalolu suku